Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today on Frostbite Garage, we're going to pull out this parts blazer and strip her down because she has no title and we just need the parts. We'll pull her out of here and start tearing her apart. Oh, let's see if I can squeeze in this thing. It does have some good parts. It was half stripped. Motor has a knock. So the motor's no good. Just good for parts. But it does have, I think, a good transmission. So be able to rob that. But
all right,
as you can see, the interior is half gutted already. So also does have some body damage right there. So plan is take what we can off this one. Take the parts we can off this one. Put them on that blazer because that one's still good. Semi-good parts on it. But that's the idea anyway. Because Nick keeps moving it without me in there. So now we gotta push the lowrider out, get this in there because we're gonna strip it down this weekend. Get what parts we can off of it for said other vehicle. Keep trying to tell Nick to finish one project and he can never finish the lowrider. Lowrider's the only one I want to see done. All right, we got her inside now. And like I was saying, this is an 88 K5 Blazer as well, just like the brown one. Does have some body damage, rust on the bottom of the doors. Right there, the rocker panels are gone. This cab corner right there is common on these Blazers. It's all rusted out. Same spot here is bad on the other one. But we're gonna be robbing the top because I'm gonna be painting the other one silver and black. It'd be easier just to paint a black top black. Tailgate is coming off and going on that one because the other one's rotted out in the bottom of the tailgate, and also right here is rotted out on the other one. Also got some good lights and stuff. But mostly it's the top. We're gonna be robbing the interior, more than likely for Nick's Blazer, because he has a red interior and he doesn't like it. He says red's not cool for some reason. Because he's over there robbing through tools. But probably gonna steal this door. It does have a dent, so we'll show you how to pull out dents. We have a stud gun. We'll show you how to pull those out. Same rust down there, it's rotted out. But also, this has a transmission that works, from what we were told. It had a motor knob. So transmission is going in the other Blazer. Transfer case is going in this 86 over here because there's no transfer case. Same with the front end. The front end we're taking out of this, putting in that one because that one I blew up the front end doing 4-wheel drive burnouts, which is cool at the time, but not after you blow up your front end. Like I said, the interior has already been somewhat taken apart. This is how we got it. like I said, there was no title with this one. It's just parts. The interior is not that bad. It's gray. Like I said, it doesn't run, but interior is good. Roof's good. Windows are good. Can't show you what's in there because it's already tipped out. Looks like there was some stuff, some sunscreen. I don't know why you need sunscreen in Alaska, but obviously somebody did. That still works. But right now we're gonna pull the top off because that rear window won't roll down. And we need to roll the rear window down to pull the tailgate off. So Nick's working on pulling the top off. You do have some special, I don't know if you can see that hardware. They're T40s. They're tamper-proof ones, so you need a special bit for them. Nick is grabbing, and we'll pull the roof off. Pull the top off, I should say. You get it? We have to break them loose first. At least you got a nice seat. Change of pace. We get to watch Nick work. All right, so things took a turn for the worse. Top doesn't come off. 2 more bolts hidden behind there that I didn't know about. I'm not a Blazer person, so what's gonna have to happen is this panel, like I said, this rear window doesn't roll down. So we gotta take this back panel off right here that gets to the motor, and then you can manually lower the motor down via a cable. Pop this off.
That's nice.
Like that.
Impressive. You bent it.
I didn't bend it.
Muscles.
So, should be a cable drive right here. Do you have a crescent wrench? I'll grab me a crescent wrench.
Yep.
So, how this works is this is the motor right here. It has a cable that drives, goes around to the actuator over here. So a trick you can do is you can unbolt this, then you take the end of that cable, put it in a drill, and you can roll the window up and down. Now that'll work. And just use the drill.
Is that all you need?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it loose.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I don't fit in back seats very good anymore.
So that happens.
When you get old.
Yeah, so you just undo this. As long as this isn't broke. So you can take your chuck. Put it in here. And you can roll the window down, just like that. Yeah. So dilemma number 2. I'm crunching the back here, and I'm crushing stuff.
Jeez.
So it seems to be locked, unless it's not disengaging. I know there's a latch that won't let it open unless it's past a certain point.
Can't you just reach inside the door and unlock it?
Well, that's what I'm looking for. I don't. It might not be down all the way to unlock the door. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's side post.
Oh, here it is. Got it. Come back over here.
All right.
So yeah, so when the window rolls down, it pushes this latch right here with the window frame. Try it now. No.
I feel stuck.
Well, hold on.
There you go.
Yeah.
That did it.
There we go.
Looks a good dream. Probably has been open in 20 years.
Probably not.
Since the window broke. Yeah, the hinges are screwed, but the door's in great shape. Look at that.
Door's good. Hinges. Oh, look at that.
No rust.
Kind of rusted out there.
You got rust?
Well, the corner of not the door.
Oh, no, but the truck is.
Yeah, the truck's.
Tailgate's beautiful. Sweet. You need to pop these off. Right?
Those are the springs for the door, I think. Yeah. Oh, there's one. So what you got is you got a tension rod that comes through and it loops around the bolt right there. And the bolt's not going to come out of there. It's rusted in there. So I'm just going to try and bend it up and over that to get it up and out of there. All right, so tailgate's off. It was hard to film that and do all that at the same time. The hinges were really rusted. You just have to wiggle them out there. And then a tension bar, I can show you over here on the tailgate. These tension bars right here loop up and under around the bumper and hook on that ball and socket on both sides here. That. And then we just wiggle it out, open the tailgate about at 3 inches, wiggle it, slid it out, wiggle it, slid it out till the hinges were out. Then we rolled it back and just up and over those bars right there. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy. Now we're gonna work on getting the last 2 bolts out to pull the lid off, or the roof off, I should say. So, like I said, there's 2 hiding up under here, and then this whole roof should come off, right? Maybe. You ready?
No, I can't even get my hand under it yet. There we go.
Ready?
Just stand in the back. Get it so it doesn't, just, ow, ow, ow. Didn't know there was a giant.
Yep, right there. And then watch your other hand.
Okay, hold on.
Well.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
This is like heavy.
Not that heavy. It's just awkward.
That's because Tony has all the weight.
What do you mean, Tony? What's not my fault? He's short.
Don't be a dick. Put your arms down. Caveman.
Where are you going, right here?
Yeah. Remy, what are you doing?
Hanging out. If y'all open the door, I'm out. I just
Shut up, Jess. Not too bad. We had to run to the parts store to get a T50 for these 2 corner bolts.
We got mics on.
They're coming up from the bottom.
What's funny is
But now we can see a little bit better in here. We're take some of the paneling and some of the seats out. Now we're gonna pull the doors. What door you want to do first?
if you're asking me, I don't think it matters.
I don't think you care. All right,
Whichever
so
one's easiest.
we're gonna pull some doors off right
They
now.
both open all the way, so.
Yeah. All right, we've been out here working. We got both doors off the Blazer. What you had to do is the wires were up in here. If you have electric locks and electric window Blazer, the connections for the doors are right here. You unclip those, comes around, fish it through there. They come out this hole here. They have this grommet. We just split it in half. Then we'll put it back in when we reuse the door. And then there's rivets here. You pop these rivets out. And that comes out with it. The plan is we're just going to keep that door for parts. We got this door off. This is going to go on the other Blazer out there. We're going to swap doors. Start pulling off the headliner and the trim around it. Trying to save all the trim pieces that we can. Whatnot. All this interior parts are going in Nick's Blazer. I got a pile of parts on the seat there. Some of you might be upset that we tearing this one apart, but this one's making 3 other ones, and like I said, there's no title for this one. And it's kind of a pain in the ass to get a title sometimes. So, yeah, this one has a motor knock. We thought about fixing this one up, but it's hit and miss which one is better, this one or the brown one. I think the brown one's a little bit better shape. We won't really know till we tear everything apart, but it should come apart easy. We're gonna probably finish on the interior and then crawl under it, get the transmission out of this thing, put in the other one. So we're gonna break for something to eat and then we'll get back at it. Hey everybody, welcome back to tearing apart the Blazer. As you can see, we got some of the stuff off the front. Got both doors off. I don't know if I filmed that or not. The dash is apart. Back is torn down. Up there looks pretty good, but as you can see here, it's rotted out pretty bad. Lots of rot here in the back of the vehicle. But on the ground, it's just crumbling away as we take it apart. And then over here, got this door off. There's the rocker. Pretty bad. Then under the truck, you can see the floor's bad there. And then I was going to show you. Thought about saving the engine to rebuild it. But if you can tell right there, the block is cracked. So this block is useless. We're gonna keep it because it has a roller cam and rebuild it, but can't do that now. And then I moved the exhaust. I didn't want to film an hour-long video of me removing the exhaust, so that's out of here. And then we got some transmission linkage to take off on this side, some transfer case linkage, the front drive line, and then this back transfer case is going to come off. And we'll pull out this transmission and get it into the other K5 after we do some work to the transmission. But this transfer case is going in my 86 over there. So this thing is still good, hopefully. Might start by draining it. We'll see if I got a nut that big. But that's where we are. So we'll be working on tearing the transmission out now. So I'll be filming that. Hopefully it's worth it. I hate to pull the transmission, put work into it, and to find out it's bad, but this engine doesn't run, and there's only no other way to find out without tearing it apart. So let's dive on in. All right, so back under the truck here. Let me grab a light. So we got the front drive line out. Frees up room for the transmission. It's easier to get around everything. So next thing to come out is the transfer case. Get that out of the way. I disconnected the lever, and then the breather next to come off is the speedo cable right there. And then we can get the 6 bolts that hold the transfer case on and get the transfer case down and out. So we'll start working on that. Just take a pair of channel locks, spin this fitting off, break it loose with a pair of channel locks, and you can just take it off with your fingers, get it out of the way. There's 6 bolts that hold the transfer case on. So you got the transfer case here, and you get the companion flange here. It's also the transmission mount. Then there's 6 bolts around this outside. There's 4 that hold it to the transmission. There's 6 that hold it to the transfer case to the bracket. And we're going to be removing those 6 bolts right now. And then a transfer case should come right out of there. There's also a 2-pin connector up there. You don't want to forget to take that off. But we'll get working on that. It's kind of hard to film down there. So what I'm probably going to do is just unbolt the transfer case, and I'll start filming again once we get her off, because it's kind of cramped down there and it kind of sucks filming. But I'll show you when we pull it out of there. So got the 6 bolts out, and then turned the transfer case. Just wiggled it and it popped out and spun sideways. Now I got the Exxon Valdez happening all over the floor. So she's draining at the moment. So we'll let that drain for a minute, and then we'll pop the transfer case out of there. Shouldn't be that bad. I'll probably have Nick give me a hand so we can just use the jack and take it out. So we'll let that drain for a few minutes, and we're going to be pulling that out. Decided to pull the transmission pan. Not looking like it's good news at the moment. I'll show you why. So I pulled the transmission pan just to see what I could see. And you can see that in there. It's just all full of moisture, and there's actually rust on the bottom of the valve body. So I don't know if it's gonna be easier. We got, you can spin it this way, try to get it there in the middle,
Yeah.
or we go like that, try to get in the middle, down here.
What are we trying to? You want to just pick up on it to break it apart?
It's already broken apart.
Oh, so you need to pick it up.
We need to pick it up and then,
slide it back.
yeah, just blind set
We
it
should
on
probably turn it.
sideways.
Yeah. I don't think I'll reach. So no, I think we'll have to do it.
Yeah, just going to the center right there. Yeah, so we're just going to support the weight of the transfer case and slide it back.
More? Keep going. Seems loose.
It's loose, you got to slide back. And then... I got it.
Ready?
Okay, yeah, it's out now, so you can let it down.
How much fluid is it?
It's empty, I emptied it.
Hold it towards the jack.
Do you want to go that way?
Yeah, just let it fall on the jack. There we go. That'll pull it this way.
Alright, just like that, transfer case out. That actually went pretty smoothly.
Of course it did.
And more rust and water in here. Sweet.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it might be a metric.
Of course it's metric. It's a 15, I guarantee.
Yep, that's a 15.
Well, how long does this do?
Awesome, so I gotta get a 15 now, because for some reason it's a metric on the transmission.
Well, there's the tail shaft.
Why didn't you tell me that before then?
Everything on this thing's 15.
Let's see if you're right. Oh, yep, you were. Nick wins. All right, everybody. So right now we're getting ready to pull the transmission. All that's left is the cross member, gun bolt, and then drop the transmission down. I already got all the bell housing bolts are all gone. So we don't have a lift in here. So you get a jack and you get a transmission adapter that goes on the jack. You can just pull this guy off. And this is made, as you can see, go right on there just like that. Might be able to do it. I might need 2 people. We'll have to see. I'm working alone today. Nick's at work, so I'm going to try and get this set up, and then I'll start recording once I get it set up and show you how I set it up. All right, got jack set up. Show you down here. Got it supported. This transmission jack has standoffs, so you don't put the weight on the bottom of the pan. You can see it's pressing on the lip of the pan. It's not on it. I got it set up, got it supported. There's a gap between the transmission mount, and just got these 2 cross member bolts here. They do have spacers. If anybody's doing a lift kit, what you do is you should just flip those spacers down between here so you drop it. Help your rear driveline angle a little bit. Not sure if anybody knows that to drive these square bodies, but yeah, like I said, those spacers right up there, you flip them in between here and it gives you an extra inch and it helps your rear driveline angle. I've done it a few times. Some kits come with a spacers, some don't. The cheap ones don't, so that's what you do. I think it might say it in the kit to do that as well. All right, so fast forward 20 minutes. There was no good way to get it off by myself. All I did was just rip it off and slam it to the ground. Right on the front of the transmission, on the ears. It's fine. We'll see. Pull the transmission out, get it up on the stand, and then we'll tear into it, see how bad the water damage is. But there it is. As you can see, she is been in there a little while. I think it's been rebuilt. Like I said, there's a sticker on the transmission that says Transmission Connections, which is in New Jersey. So I'm willing to bet this truck is from New Jersey originally. Welcome back, everybody. Here on Frostbite Garage today, we're going to be tearing into this 700 R4, see how bad the water damage is. It came out of an 88 K5 Blazer, and I hope to be using it for the other 88 K5 Blazer that's a diesel outside. So I pulled the pan off. If you watch previous videos, there's some water mixed with the oil. I'm hoping it was just condensation because this thing's been sitting for like 10 years or more. So I'm gonna start pulling stuff apart, see if oil got in the actual transmission. I mean, if water actually got in the actual transmission. Because if that happened, if it got in the valve body and stuff, it's probably rusted and no good. But I'm hoping it was just condensation. First thing I'm gonna do is, right here you have your servo for your band and your 2-shift. It would be 2 and 4 shift. I'm gonna pull that apart. See if there's any rust or contaminants back there. If there is, I'm still gonna pull the valve body, double check, but I'm hoping that this is clean. So I'll show you how to pull that cover off. Is you usually just take a little mallet or something and tap, and you can see it moved in. And then there's a C-clip here, right here. You just hook it. You just pop it out. Just hook the C-clip here. Pops that out, just like that. And then you take just a pair of channel locks. And it should come right out of here. Just grab it. It's kind of hard to do it one-handed sometimes, but you just want to get in this O-ring. Like I said, it's getting caught on the O-ring right now. There is a lot of clutch material in this transmission though, which isn't the best sign. Definitely not good, but it appears to be dry, so that was my main concern. All right, so I'm back here working on the transmission, 700 R4. So a couple things you can tell if you don't know how to identify these, what year you have. This back here was added in 88. It's an auxiliary valve body, and this is a crossover tube that feeds it. This was added in 88 to try and soften up the shifts a little bit between 1 and 2. They also went to a bigger tail shaft in 88. I mean, input shaft. I think it was from a 26 spline to a 28 spline. So right now what I'm going to do is, all these are 10 mil bolts. I'm just going to crack them loose. See if any water comes out. I'm also going to pull this bolt here in this one right here and pull this crossover tube out, see if any water comes out, because it comes directly out of the pump. It goes to the auxiliary valve body right here. So if there's any water in there, or if that's just dry, we should be good. I mean, because that goes directly in the pump, and that's coming out of the pump. So if that's got water in it, we might be in trouble. That's got water in it, but I'm hoping not. We'll see. I'm gonna start loosening some bolts, see what happens. All right, so we're working on this, but I did find some bad news that this isn't going to work out. So I was digging around in here, just looking around for water. There's a bunch of water in here, but pulling this out, this is actually the band for the overdrive. So it actually came off the band itself, which is not good. So this overdrive does not work in this transmission. It never would have worked. I would have just wasted my time putting all this in here. But yeah, this is the clutch material. So that sucks. Guess we gotta find a transmission somewhere. As you can see the pile of disappointment down here, I think going through this transmission, putting a shift kit in, and putting it in the K5 Blazer is out the window. It's too far gone. All the clutches are burnt. There's rust and pitting on plates that I need for the rebuild. Like I showed in the previous video, all the material came off the band. It's what all that clutch material and the fluid was. So, like I said, all the plates, all the steels are burnt. Got extremely hot. I'm guessing they just towed something or just rallied on it really bad. So, it's a disappointment. That concludes this episode of Frostbite Garage and this worthless transmission. But hopefully you learned how it comes apart. That's a plus. Till next time.